much for coming to this video. It is time for the morning car chat. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, here we are. It is Friday, TGIF. It is Friday morning, and we are headed to school. And I'm glad it's Friday. Huh. I'm anxious for the weekend. Yeah. So, welcome to my video. Thank you so much for coming. The weather report is warm. I actually grabbed this really warm coat and thought it was a little too much, but I have a raincoat, rain jacket in the back, so I can probably switch it out if I need to. And there's lots of clouds tonight. I was looking at the weather for next week and I saw 2 days midweek of snow. Very strange. This is April. Hello. Time for spring. But it's still some cold weather coming, evidently. I'm glad that in New Hampshire we don't have the tornadoes that I'm hearing about in out west. Lots of destruction I saw in Arkansas. That was terrible. Uh, just so much destruction with weather, and it's really sad to hear about it. And I feel guilty sometimes for not having the same problems, but I'm glad at the same time. So we're just having a regular day today. It's a regular day. It's Friday, and I really love Fridays. I'm so thankful at our school we are done at 2 on Fridays. So usually we're done at 3. So we get done an hour early. So that's really fun. And sometimes we have a teachers meeting, but today we do not. And we'll be able to leave as soon as the little precious ones get picked up by their parents. Hello, thank you for coming to my channel, Liana. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. I am good. I am really thankful that the Lord has kept me healthy this winter. I'm so thankful for that. And I want to announce here on this channel right now, I might do a separate video about it, but I was at school one day and I heard, and one of the teachers gave another teacher this cream, and I was like, what is that? And they said it's magnesium cream. And this one teacher said she has a son that has some health issues. He has a lot of pain in his legs, and he uses this. He puts it on his legs and he puts it on his feet, and it helps with the pain and it helps him sleep. And I said, well, I need that. I have had this pain in my side, in my leg, almost like somebody's inside there just grabbing my muscle and it won't let go. And I've had this pain for months, and I thought, I don't want to live with this the rest of my life. And when I saw them talking about this cream, I said, I need to try that. So I went on Amazon, I got magnesium cream. It comes with like a bottle that you squirt it out, and then it has magnesium, like a spray. And good morning, sunrise, sunset. Thank you for coming. So I tried this magnesium cream, and I'm telling you, it worked. And it worked for, it's not like Bengay where you put it on and it just like makes it feel good immediately. It's, I don't know, it's a mystery. It's like regular cream, but it did make me feel better. And I went ahead and put it on my feet at night, and it did help me sleep. And I'm telling you, I ran out. So I have the spray still. So I'm using the spray. I'm getting the rest at the bottom of the bottle, but I need to order some more. So I highly recommend this cream. I bought some for my friend. I can't tell you what type of ailments that it will help, but it helped me with aches. So if you have aches and any kind of like pain that is not, your bone is something happening with that, but I don't know. All I can say is it's magnesium cream and it helped me sleep, and over time it has cured the problem. And I can still feel a little bit like if I stop using the cream, I can feel a little bit of that feeling in my leg, but nothing like it was. And the other night we went to an axe throwing event, and I was able to throw the axe with no problem with my arms. I was able to bend down and pick it up off the ground when I missed, and that was more exciting to me than actually throwing the axe and getting it on the bullseye. I was like, I can move, I can bend, I can throw, and I'm not in pain. And I am getting a little older, so if I'm going to get older, I don't really want to be in pain for the rest of my life. And so I was really thankful. So I figured I would share that on the channel if anyone might want to try it. I just went on Amazon and ordered it right on there and had it sent to my house. So it's a great, helpful thing. And it was very low cost. I mean, I think it was like $25. So worth every penny. I'm going to get some more and I'm going to keep using it. So my name is Cindy and I'm on my way to school. I am a teacher and I give a lot of discussions about teaching, teacher life, and as well as things I do in my free time. Right now I'm headed to school, give the weather report. I did see the gas prices look like it was going up a little bit. So it was $2.69 near my house today. When I drove by, the gas was $2.77. So that's a little bit more than it was, so I don't know what's up with that. So we're headed on our way to school, and I can't really read all of the comments. I see a motorcyclist over there. It's a little bit warmer today, and I'm a little leery of motorcycles these days. I have a friend, her son had a very terrible accident. He is okay, but he hurt his back. So we're praying for him and just taking it one day at a time, because anything could happen at any moment. My husband was telling me at supper yesterday about the student that was stabbed for telling a guy in Texas, telling a guy who was in the wrong seat. Unbelievable. And his twin brother had to hold him while the poor boy lost his life. And what a horrible and tragic story. What is happening to our world? Very, very sad. I can't even imagine. The only thing I thought was really strange was this morning I was going through YouTube and I saw that there was an interview with the mother. Like, what kind of mother can... I just thought, is this story for real? Because my son, had a skiing accident, and I can't even imagine the day after talking to anyone, from the news. And if I did, I would be crying my eyes out. So it's a little weird. It almost made me feel like maybe she's in shock. Maybe she's just in shock. I can't even imagine being a mother of that situation. And what a world that we live in, that somebody would even do something like that. And then there's a story about the girl who was the fencing champion. She was in a fencing tournament, and a person from the non-woman gender joined the women's league and wanted to compete, and she said, I'm not competing. Kudos to her, but I feel like the guy that was the referee, gave her a black card and made her leave the competition. what a tragedy. I mean, that is just disgusting. She's the one who had to leave the competition because she didn't want to compete against the opposite gender. And she did say, the interview I saw with her was, she said that, you know, there are competitions for, you know, mixed genders. So there's no reason why this other person had to join their competition. Trying to be careful with my words. And so I don't get it. Like, I'm so thankful that the girl had the wherewithal to act with intention. But she did say in the interview that she cried because she spent money, she spent time, she was looking forward to this competition, and she had to draw a line. And I give her great respect, and I hope more women do this, you know, because what is happening right now is against everything that women have sort of fought for, or I don't know what the word is, but women need to stand up for the respect that they are due. And you can only get the respect that you will stand up for. You know, if you allow people to walk over you with their words or their actions, then that's what you get, no respect. So you have to get it for yourself. And you know, that did this for herself, she also did this for others because she gives other people strength to follow her example so that we can make things reasonable again, you know, make things reasonable. Follow common sense. Hello, thank you so much for coming. What do you think about gender studies at school? I haven't really taken the gender studies, so I don't know exactly what they're teaching. I've never even thought about doing gender studies, but I think it is a thing to think about, you know. It's interesting to study history. I think about women of, you know, years gone by, thinking of like John Adams and how much his mother taught him and how smart she was. You know, women are amazing people. And I don't really understand all of history and why women were treated with, um, I do believe, according to the Bible, that God respects women. And I love it that, you know, the mother of Jesus was a woman and she was highly favored among women. And she was chosen by God to bear the God's son. And I love studying her life and who she was. And, you know, she didn't have to vote. She didn't have to, like, have this world's things to be highly esteemed and favored. And I feel like, according to the Bible, women should be esteemed. They are the givers of life. Women have a gift that men don't have, you know, and I love it when women use their God-given abilities for so many things, like hospitality, nurturing children, um, decorating, cooking, so many things that women do with a touch that is unique. And so I do believe gender studies should honor women, and I think gender studies should also, of course, honor men. And honor their commitment to safety, to protecting their families, to protecting their land, to providing for their family. And I think that, you know, a man and a woman together do complement each other when they do things the right way. And through history, women have been treated badly, men have been treated badly, and I believe that we should study who we are and be the best that God has given us to be. And I'm not sure that gender studies is uplifting people, but rather maybe downgrading people. Like, I've heard so much about, you know, being regular humans being downgraded because they're white or because they have money, okay? Just because a person was maybe worked hard and made a lot of money in his life, does that mean he's a bad person? So I'm not sure that the gender studies are helping. I think that I'm a Christian and I believe that we should look at what God wants us to do and do it fully to the best of our ability. And we can encourage each other, we can uplift each other, we can cheer for one another, and we can be positive and helpful, and we don't have to put other people down in order to make ourselves feel better, look better, think better. You know, if you have to put someone else down in order to gain something for yourself, what good is it? So that's what I think about gender studies. So yeah, thank you so much for coming, and I appreciate the thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. I'm Cindy. I'm a math teacher. I live in New Hampshire. I like to share the beautiful scenery out my driver's window, and we have lots of clouds tonight this morning, and we also have the sun kind of trying to poke through the clouds. It's a little warmer today, but I'm seeing that next week we're supposed to be getting some snow. And so we'll see how about that. But I think pretty sure spring is coming. I'm seeing some signs of spring, and that's what keeps me going. So today is a school day, and it's Friday. I love Friday. So today we've been talking a little bit about gender studies. Somebody asked me about gender studies. And I believe that when you have to put someone down in order to make yourself look good, then you have a problem. We should be able to encourage one another and help one another and be happy for each other, not to bring each other down. And women are not better than men, and men are not better than women. We all have a part to play in this journey called life. And some people have more talent in one way, other people have a talent in another way, and we can be happy for one another and work together for the best world we can have. Right now, it seems like we're concentrating a lot on, you know, who's better than who likes who better, calling people names. It's really disgusting. So we talked about a couple of things in the news and some really hard things going on in the news. So I do not really watch the news constantly. I will look on either Facebook or YouTube for, you know, the highlights of what's going on. But I don't usually watch the full news because it's always the negative stuff. It's always the negative stuff over and over and over. And it doesn't really give a positive outlook for the day. So I'm thankful for my belief in God. I'm thankful that He gives me strength and gives me wisdom for every day. I was meditating on the verse this morning, 1 Peter 5:7, casting all your care upon Him, for He cares for you. And casting means that you're going to just like, my husband gives the analogy like hot potato. When you get that thing that you are so worried about, oh, cast it to the Lord, cast it to the Lord. Just keep giving it to the Lord. I can't manage it. I can't fix it no matter how much I dwell on it. I can't make it better. Cast it to the Lord. Give it to the Lord. Keep casting your care on the Lord. He cares for you. This world is going to be full of difficulty, trials, tribulations, but be of good cheer. Jesus says, I have overcome the world. And that's what I think driving to school in the morning and looking at the sun and the beautiful sky just keeps me thankful that God is in control. God loves me. He's watching over me. And I don't always understand, what He's doing or why He does what He does, but I don't have to. Like, all I have to do is follow what I'm supposed to do for today. Today, I will be going to school. I will be teaching my classes. I have geometry class first. Then I have Algebra 1 class. And I have 7th and 8th grade math. And I'm really thankful for the students that I have and that I can teach them. This is my 4th year at the school, so some of the students I've taught for 4 years. And seeing their progress in their math skills has been really awesome. And I'm thankful for the privilege. It's probably, if I could have said, what do I want for a job, this would probably be it. I mean, I don't really like driving 40 minutes. I wish it were closer to my house, but that is what it is. I don't have the wherewithal to start a school myself that I've ever thought of. I have a tutoring business that I would like to find more students for. But as far as an entire school, I don't think I could. It's not my gift to run a school. But I do love teaching my students, and that is something I enjoy doing. And I would like to participate more in teaching teachers. I don't know if that would be a thing, but I'm so tired of Common Core math and the fact that students are so behind in math because they don't have the basics of math skills down. Kids need to learn to add and subtract without using fingers. They need to learn to all their multiplication tables. They need to learn how to do fractions and basic computations of math. And that is just life, Last summer when I was out traveling and knocking on doors, getting votes, met this guy and he's in construction. He said, we can't even find a person that we could hire that knows how to measure with a ruler. He's like, we have to teach them basic skills they should have learned in school in order to do this job. So I do think that we should get back to the basics in school and teach kids how to measure. I can remember when I was in school, probably 4th grade, doing projects where I went around and measured everything. I measured stuff outside, I measured stuff in the classroom, and, we just measured things, and it was kind of fun. kids should know certain basic skills. Measuring would be done if you're sewing. There's lots of measuring involved in that, and other projects like that. But anyway, I really like what I'm doing, and I'm thankful that I can teach these kids and that I can uh, be a part of this Christian school that I'm a part of. And I'm glad that today's Friday. I love weekends. And this weekend, we have a library trustee meeting tomorrow. And tonight, we have an activity to see my grandkids. And Sunday, we usually go to church. So that's what we do on the weekend. Sometimes on Saturday, we get to take a break and veg out a little bit. I don't run around all weekend. I like to have some downtime where I just hang out. And so I try to fit that in on the weekend somewhere. All right, well, I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you so much for coming to this video. I appreciate you. Please post below. Let me know who you are and let me know where you're from. What are your, oops, Cybertruck. Let me know where you're from and how's the weather where you are. And I will see you next time. Have a great day.